On this episode, we're joined by Sarah, who travelled to rural India for her son's wedding.
You would not guess how many people were there.
And how many marigolds.
And how, yes.
And there's an amazing game they play with a shoe.
The games.
The games at the wedding.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au. Moira Major and Nikki Amos.
We pronounce you unfiltered. Welcome to another episode of We Pronounce You
Unfiltered.
That's right. Talking all things weddings, all things what can go wrong, what can go right. Today we've got a fantastic guest joining us on the show. She is the mother of a young man who got married in India, and the 4 ceremonies.
4 ceremonies is unbelievable.
You will not believe what time one of the weddings finished. And they were all dry.
Yes.
Which, for you and I, is a nightmare.
Yes, it is.
Sarah, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you,
All
Sarah.
good.
Lovely to
Nice
meet
to you guys.
Now, tell us about your son first up. How old is he? What's his name?
His name's James. Now he's 32. At the time, he was 24.
Wow.
24?
Yep.
Yeah, 7 years ago. She's quite young, getting
Yes,
married. They got married
yeah.
in 2017. He met his wife she was in uni on the Gold Coast from Brisbane, originally from India. So when she qualified with a degree, they decided that it was time to get married. Because she originally lived in India, in Delhi, her grandparents are still alive, and she wanted it was important for her to go and get married in India. So
Of course.
my son decided for all of us that we would all go to the wedding. We were a bit like, I wanted to go to Eden Park, but I ended up in Delhi.
Not quite your holiday destination. Okay.
It wasn't quite what I was expecting, but I was fine. So we all kind of had to organise to go in the December of 2017 to Delhi, and of 20 of us, I think there were about 20 of us that went from Australia. Arrived on the 5th of December to start this magnificent experience, and it is, and especially to go to a place where people live. It's not a holiday destination at all.
Yeah.
It's an assault on the senses. There are actually 33 million people living in Delhi.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Delhi alone.
That's
And Australia
crazy.
has, I think, 28 million people living in the entire country.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's full,
Yeah.
and it's busy and it's noisy and it's smelly and it's polluted, but it's unbelievable,
So what was
yeah.
the first step? So you got there.
Well, yeah, that was quite funny. My son, he's notoriously unreliable. So we get to Delhi airport. We get through the airport, which was interesting. And then my son's not there to meet us. So we get in these cars. We don't know where we're going. Then the roads are 6 lanes wide, and there's beeping and there's buses and there's everything. It's just chaotic, So we get to our hotel, which is good. Any traffic, any driving takes hours. So we get the hotel, and the first ceremony is a day later, and they call it a puja, which is a welcome. It's where you do a welcome to Lord Ganesh, which then is kind of he's the god of new openings, new beginnings, and everything. So you always have this. This is the first thing. So we drive 50 kilometers, and it took us 2.5 hours
Wow.
to the family house. And I will send you the videos. I've got videos of the traffic where people are whizzing along, and then there's a woman with a pram in the middle of the road, just trying to
Maneuver away, yeah.
It's mental, yeah. So we get there, and there's this house, which it's their family home, and it's just got all these marigolds hanging from the ceiling. The smell is unbelievable. The people are, because it's quite a rural village, so they hadn't really seen many Westerners
Yeah,
at all.
okay.
Wow.
So for me, as a 5'10" blonde woman, I was a bit of a weirdo. I was almost like a bit of a celebrity, which is quite funny, which is
Excellent.
quite interesting. So people kept wanting to come in, and they would look around the door and kind of, okay. And this ceremony is really, well, obviously we didn't understand a word of it, none of us,
Oh,
and it's very
no translator?
traditional. None at all.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And there was a guy who was the priest for the ceremony. He was so funny because he had they were like the Bee Gees. So he'd kind of sing and he'd say something, and then his mates would say exactly the same thing. And then every so often he kept stopping and sitting with us and going, selfie.
Oh,
And then he'd
hilarious.
carry on. It was
Wow.
so that was the first ceremony. That took a couple of hours. And then it was another 2.5 hours back to the hotel. So
Can I ask how many people were there at that ceremony?
oh, that was quite a small ceremony. So that was like a very family-oriented.
Okay.
Probably 60.
Okay.
Because people from the village were coming in and out.
Yeah.
So that was the 5th of December. 6th of December, we went to the Taj Mahal. That's another story that is...
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That already sounds impressive.
Doesn't it?
Oh, my God. We said, I need to go to the Taj. It's not that far away. It was unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, to see it was amazing. But the amount of people that were there, and everybody wanted to touch you.
Really?
Wow.
Because, there were no Westerners there at all.
Wow.
Yeah. And I stood up. I was like head and shoulders above most of them, So
Wow.
it was that big woman with big blonde hair.
This Amazon of a lady.
Yeah. I went from 17-year-olds, who were putting on their sunnies and doing this by me, to 50-year-old men who wanted to touch your arm. But it was quite, that was quite interesting.
So that was the first
My
ceremony.
husband tried to sell me several times.
Your hubby would have had to say that she's mine.
Yeah.
Could have paid for the trip.
Take it away.
Could have paid for the trip. That would have been all right.
So, but it was quite interesting because we were obviously, the hotel was very local. It was very, traditional. It was a dry hotel, so there's no wine, no beer, nothing. And my birthday and my daughter-in-law's birthday is the 10th of December.
Oh, cute.
So the next ceremony in an Indian wedding is called mehendi, which is it's the henna, which I showed you, the henna ceremony, and it was on the 10th of December. So that's the first time I've ever drunk tea for in celebration of a birthday. I was kind of like, but that was good. Again, another family event, but a lot more people there then, a lot more women. So the women were in one room doing a lot of ceremonial things with the bride. Because what's amazing, and with this culture, it is all about the bride.
Yeah.
It is all about the bride. It's the bride's transition from her family to her husband's family. So I know there's a lot of, issues about whatever, with brides and women and equality. But the whole ceremony really is about the bride.
Okay.
Wow.
Start to finish. So she does a lot of rituals, including the henna. We also did this thing which had rosemary, and you had a bowl of turmeric, and you had to dip in the turmeric, and you did head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So you just put this turmeric.
Oh, wow.
You were like head, shoulder, and you had to count 7 times. You're like, don't talk to me. 1, 2, 3, next further,
And in your mind, are you going head,
Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah, head, shoulders, 7, 5, 4, Yeah, so that was quite funny. And we all, had the henna as well.
Yeah. So does James get the henna as well?
Yeah,
he does as well.
And because obviously in history these weddings are arranged a lot of the time.
Of course.
They also play a lot of games. They do like little things just to get, I suppose, that's how the bride
the ice.
to get to know each other.
Yeah.
In a way, it's quite strange. And Illy's family, bless her, were shortened the ceremony quite a lot. I think there's a lot more rituals that can go on, but because I think she was quite conscious of us being Western.
Yeah.
So Illy did a lot of stuff, but James didn't have to do quite so much.
Yeah.
So just going back a step, because, most of the marriages are organised. So how did James's fiance's family feel that she had chosen a Western partner?
Oh, it was, to be fair to them, it was their choice.
Okay.
Their parents said when they came to Australia, my daughters will pick their own husbands.
Right.
And my son
that's beautiful,
was the first Western groom in the whole family. The first white guy in the family, you know, and her sister has got the second Western, to be fair, that, as a family, I'm so, amazed by the fact that they were like, no, we're going to break that tradition.
We're just going to let them choose.
And the family were lovely about it. They welcome him like he's their son. They did. They love him, Yeah. So it was a big step for them, I think, more than us. Because, we would never been, her parents had an arranged marriage, I mean, a lot of the younger generation were stopping that, but she was the first to not have one, and especially to marry a Western guy,
Yeah.
So you've got the 4 ceremonies.
Yeah.
When is their legal wedding day?
So the 12th of December was their wedding, their big wedding in India.
So the final one?
Yeah. So that was the big one.
How many people?
About 800, maybe more. Wow. And don't forget, there were only 20 of us.
Yeah.
So if we had been Indian, there would probably been about 1,000 people there.
Yeah, that's right. Because of the other side
as well.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So there were about 700 or 800 people.
So how do they get to talk to everyone? Like, obviously, your wedding day, everyone wants a piece of you.
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah.
What happens to the wedding couple?
They when they arrive. So again, we arrive as a family. So first off, James comes in, and you've got this band and this bang, and it's music and it's drums, and then we stand on the stage, and it's like the convention center.
Wow.
It was as big as the convention center.
Yeah.
With all food and staff and everything, I'll show you the picture. The stage setup was unbelievable. So we as a family stood on the stage and we wait for her to arrive, as is the custom. Yeah. And then they started to play this unbelievable music. It's unbelievable. It gives you shivers to even listen to it. And she comes in, and canopy, which is made of fresh flowers. Her uncles and all her family are carrying it. She walks under it. She comes up onto the stage, and then all the guests come up and have photographs.
Oh, so they just sit there the whole time, and it's like a revolving.
Yeah.
There was a room full of, because each one of them had a gift as well.
Oh.
So there was a room full of boxes of sweets.
Wow.
And which were ornate, and they were unbelievable. So I'd say probably. I mean, did everybody come up? I think they probably did, because they came up in groups.
Families. Family
and then
groups.
They'd have the picture, and then they would go off the stage, and then the next lot would come up, and they would go off the stage. And the wedding started about 7:00 in the night. So we're now probably by about 11 p.m.
Yeah.
These people then have their gift, they've had the photograph, and they leave, and then the ceremony begins.
Oh.
Then it's just mainly family. So there's probably a couple of hundred of us left. Then it's like midnight, and we were like, okay. And that's not really understanding it. We'd gone off and had been eating food because it was lovely.
Yeah.
And then at midnight they said, okay, well, we're going to serve you food now. Like, I've just eaten food. We've got to eat again.
Oh, wow.
So we were woefully,
So you rolled out of there.
Yeah. And there was a room full of desserts. There was 100 desserts, 60 or 70 curries. It was crazy.
It must have been exhausting.
Yes.
Like for the bride and groom.
And even going to buy the clothes, because I have to wear Indian
traditional,
sari and langas, and and you have to wear a different outfit for each ceremony, and the end one being the sari. And because I'm tall, I had to get them handmade differently, because they had a piece. It was just it was just full on. So then the ceremony starts, which then is the fire's lit. Again, another puja, to Ganesh. After that, they light the fire, and then so rituals between them as a couple. So they my son James puts powder sindoor in her hair, ties a scarf. It's called a mangalastra around her neck, and then that means they're married.
Okay.
Wow.
That's sort of few little bits in between, and then they play these games, which is quite funny.
Oh my goodness!
Because obviously,
what time did you get
when did you finish? Oh my God!
That's a massive.
No, thank you.
And you've got friends of ours who had come to the wedding. They're gone by now. They're like, I'm out. We're gone. We're like, we can't leave. We have to stay at the very end. Oh my God! So now at 3 a.m. we play this game that's called Juta Chura, which is hide the shoe.
Oh my God.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
Doesn't that sound...
So the groom takes his shoes off.
Oh.
and the bride's sister, cousins, one of the girls, steal his shoes.
Right.
And the thing then is the groom's friends, the men, try and get the shoes back.
Right.
Again, it's all about them getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So the shoes throwing across the room, and then they're laughing. And then at the end, basically, the groom has to buy his shoes back.
Hilarious.
Off the groom's sister. So the women always win. So the women, but I'm sat there, it's 3:30 in the morning.
Oh.
They're throwing shoes around the room. I'm like, give her the money. Get the shoes back. We know each other. We met.
I bought those shoes.
I'll give you the money.
I'll give you the money.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was quite, it was a long night. And then at about 5:30, we're at the end and we're like, we can go home now. We can go.
5:30 in the morning.
5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Did you sleep the whole next
all
day?
night. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. It becomes this thing then where the bride then has to be sort of, she leaves her parents.
Yes.
And she comes to us.
Oh, okay.
So we're about to leave. So I'm like, we're done. Oh no, there's one more ceremony. I'm like, really?
Oh my gosh.
I have to do another one. So then I have to welcome her into our house.
Yes.
So then she,
Yeah.
so that was another ritual, which was her. But this is 6:00 in the morning. I'm like, I haven't stayed up this late for 30 years. Come on. And all I've drunk all night is like tea with sugar.
Oh.
So I stayed awake. Yeah, not even a wine. Oh, that's probably why though. If you'd had wine, you'd be
Oh, you'd be
You'd
dead.
be falling asleep.
No, you'd be dead.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way you could do it.
Yeah. So then she comes in. She kicks over some rice, which is to sort of say goodwill. She then walks in some red liquid to prove that she's sort of, let's go, Lashmi, which is the goddess, is coming home. And then we're like, can we go to bed now? And she's like, yes. Yeah. And then we were done for the day. Yeah. So we then very quickly went to bed and then slept most of the next day.
That's
fantastic. But that was the 12th of December.
And so that's their legal wedding day.
That was their legal Indian wedding.
Sarah, we are just amazed by all of this. We want to hear more from you, though, particularly about what happened when you got back to Australia and the couple got back.
Yeah, well, they would have had to come back and do another ceremony. Which would make it 5.
Oh, my gosh. Are you all loved up and ready to propose?
Do you know, Moisey, that finding a wedding ring as unique as your love is really hard to do. But, if you went down to my jewellery shop, they'd look after you.
They've got matching wedding rings. They've got the stunning engagement rings. They've also got a huge collection of rings, locally designed and made, perfectly cut diamonds, sourced from all around the world. And also they are GIA certified, which is pretty cool. Australian Argyle, lab-created diamonds. Pretty much, if you want a ring, this is where you've got to go.
Yep, absolutely. And they definitely look after the gents,
Oh, they do.
They do.
Some of the men are very clueless.
Yes.
They need as much help as possible.
Absolutely.
At My Jewellery Shop, it is your time to shine.
Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach.
And myjewelleryshop.com.au.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au.
Sarah is still with us now, having been in India for 4 weddings. You've come back to Brisbane for another wedding, this time legal, of course, in Australia. And how many people were there?
There were probably about 100 and odd people there. Yeah.
How much money do you think it would have cost them?
Oh my God. I couldn't.
Who pays for it as well?
The bride's
bride's parents.
Right. We were guests of the bride's family in the in India, and then we were guests pretty much of the bride's family. And we did our bit, but it was definitely a bride family thing, and it was probably I can't even I can't even imagine how much it would have cost.
Yeah, I have a question.
The jewelry, is unbelievable. And my son wore this brooch, it was clearly emerald. And I said, is that real? He went, I don't know. It came out of the safe.
I would say.
I'd be saying yes on that one. I don't think it's from Temu.
Yeah. I don't know if it's real, but it came out the safe. Wow.
Yeah. So obviously you were coming back to Australia after that beautiful big wedding. And how did you get the 800 or so gifts? How did you get them home?
Oh, God, no. We all had just one each. You know, they didn't, the bride and groom, I think, get money probably.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know,
You think 800 toasters?
Yeah.
Kettles, everything,
not
Max and
them
Hobbs or
giving-
whatever it is.
It's you give the bride and the bride's family gave every guest a gift.
Oh.
So they
Oh,
gave
they
them like a wedding
collected
Oh
gift.
my
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
Yeah.
What
Wow.
was the gift? And
It was a box
Yeah.
of sweets.
Oh, okay. You did say that, the intricate
And
sweets. Sorry.
It was the size of it was A4 size, if not bigger box, and then a picture of a wedding couple on the front. It was really ornate, you know. It wasn't a little bunch of sugared almonds.
No.
No.
It was something like our piss week bonbonnieres that we do. It was actually,
nothing like that.
That's
You wouldn't want
amazing.
to eat the treats though.
No.
If they were so ornate and beautiful, you wouldn't want to.
Oh, I know. By 5:30 in the morning, I'd be munging down on that. I'd be like, I need the sugar. Give me a sugar
You
hit.
get in there. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Sarah, amazing. Oh, just brilliant. Thank you so much.
Story.
Thank you so much for
sharing.
joining us. It's just been sensational.
Yeah, no problem. And like I said, I'll send you some of the pictures.
Please do.
Please do.
Not a problem, because it's
Stunning.
breathtaking.
To actually see it would be amazing. Yeah.
And to be like in a family house, you know.
Yeah.
And they were so lovely with all of us. They looked after us. They were so conscious of the fact that they knew that we didn't know the ceremonies and whatever, you know. So one of the cousins kind of was saying to me, right, okay, do this. You need to shake this now and do this 7 times. And you know, they
Heads,
were
chains,
so
knees and toes,
But do you know what's quite funny? James doesn't really know what he's getting himself into because he didn't actually understand.
He didn't understand anything.
No, they didn't.
So they could have said anything. They could have said, and with this, you now owe us 1,400 cows.
Yes.
He could have
And
said,
they've just come back now because they've just had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Yay, congratulations.
And they took him to India. So they had a lot of ceremonies there with him as well, which was first boy in their family since the father.
oh, wow.
Oh, so how special.
How great.
Yeah, that was quite interesting, I think. Yeah, 6 months old and over he went.
There you go.
Gorgeous. Well, this is just a beautiful, beautiful
It
story.
is. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to chatting again with you soon.
No problem. Lovely to speak to you, girls.
Wow, amazing.
What a story.
I would be so exhausted.
Oh,
And I'd be like, just go away, people.
yeah,
Just go away.
You do, don't you? Because you get to that stage where you're so tired, you're just like,
I know. Now, if you know someone who's getting married, you can always share this episode with them. We're sure they appreciate the tips and advice at such a busy time.
yes, absolutely.
I mean, there are obviously Indian weddings happening here on the Gold Coast as well. We've get a chat next week with someone who used to be the caterer for Indian weddings on the Gold Coast, but has possibly one of the worst wedding day stories you will ever hear. Now, if you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to rate it, whatever podcast app you're using, share it on social media. It'll help us grow, get more followers, and we'd really love your support.
and tell us your stories.
Yes.
If you've got some stories, we'd love to share them in our podcast.
You can make it worse than the one we're going to hear about next week. I doubt you can. But hey,
let's put that
see.
dare out.
All loved up and ready to propose? Or maybe you're searching for the perfect wedding ring. My Jewellery Shop are your engagement and wedding ring experts. At My Jewellery Shop, it's your time to shine. Gold Coast Highway, Nobby Beach, and myjewelleryshop.com.au.
Good Work Podcasts.